in the last 10 or 12 games. He's been a difference maker the last 2 weeks for the years. Yeah, I find that hard to believe. Like Jacob DeGrom bats, and it really starts with his slider.
In Los Angeles, traded to the Customing into a star in Chicago. MLB Sunday leadoff underway as the fat
today for Mother's Day.
Hitting off the doorway.
Then it goes up into the screen, but it found a way to hit that bases because he's 13 for 16 in stolen bases. He can fly.
And Crow Armstrong
ones in the game.
He has the second highest
he would be if he didn't
series at Citi Field against the team that traded him away.
Is that he has used his slider more this year. Last year, it's 0.4 inches more than
previewed in the BIs on base percentage, slugging, and Kemp has been weighted in favor of the Cubs. Camp Howard Cubs. And he lifts one foul.
Like a Swanson, in the lineup because he's such out consistently.
He has the third lowest chasing to take their walks. Tucker chases a change.
3-2 than 2-2 because hitters become much more aggressive and you'll end up being on base at a really high clip.
It is Cubs. He's been 1 for his last 23rd
amongst batters who have 60 plate appearances.
Tough season with the Angels, led the American League in earned run. This is his first place in the National League Central. 1-2 coming. And the slider away, which leaves the Mets as the only team in baseball that up and in.
Top of the zone. I think it's really unfair to hitters because you're taught this. Well, I always thought Verlander threw his curveball up in the zone on purpose.
We are resplendent. Fixing it ain't no mountain high enough. It's the perfect compliment to my girl. He has 4 leadoff home runs this year. He's had 13 hits in the opening game of this series, 12 of them.
Something we're getting used to seeing.
Matthew Boyd misses 15 starts in a year since 2019. And he goes upstairs running lineup.
Yeah,
top left-handed bats in the lineup today. Brett Beatty this season. He goes after a first pitch. 2 of them Wednesday in Arizona, then 1 in the opening game of the
11 with a 228 slug, and it's got those worried about his changeup. It's just getting by. What he's done in his 7 starts, a 2.75 ERA.
And Soto chases the breaking ball. And
quick turnaround. They had the late game last.
Pete Alonso. Alonso starts. Alonso's been a really
doubles as well. I mean, you look at what he's doing with the doubles. It's been.
And both pitches.
I wanted to play for the Chicago Cubs. That was my dream. And you get those heavy wood bats that we would leave outside all the time. As a player, so I got to know him. Ron Santo lived close to my wife Kim and I.
Michael Busch leading off the second. 0 so far. Count on Michael Busch 0-2. And
handed pitching, selective, power.
First fair ball of the game. There's a fly ball out to left. Brandon Nimmo battling the sun and stays with it to make. It's like a light switch has gone on.
In the zone longer. Something that Juan Soto does.
He only got hit on the hand.
Cubs catchers in 39 games have 38 RBIs. Kelly has 20 and Amaya at all levels, wherever they are. They have home run power.
Leading in stolen bases. And career.
Yeah, he goes with that fastball up in the zone.
And nobody on here is Nico Horner. And the Cubs second base did last year.
Well, that when they do their bullpens and when they're playing catch.
That was his best pitch.
Interesting.
And Horner pops one up on the infield. Alonso coming in to take charge. Vientos leads off for New York. And pops up the first pitch he sees. Nico Horner looking through the sunglasses.
Both of these teams dealing with injuries to their starting rotation to get off a mound, but you're still looking at several weeks before his week. And then for the Cubs, it was a week ago today that showed at baseball activity right now, and so they'll see at the 2 weeks.
His big league debut last night.
Being him at Oklahoma, pitch in a game. just come
That was just
that day, saying this guy could be in a bullpen right now in the big leagues. Here he's 16 OPS, 3 of his 7 home.
is dominated at home and treaded.
If you're going to be good, you want to be great wherever you're at. Been put in play have been in the air, and they've been a little
Appearance in this series. Cup, that fastball.
Yeah, he hides it behind his body, his arm. He kind of throws across his body on the other side of the plate, away from he'll backdoor you.
And that one, he's the first base runner in this game. Didn't you just say you might hit?
It's a really good pitch, and a lot of times hitters will swing over the top of that. Well, he didn't miss the spot.
He moved to first base. As Luis Torrens doing the month with a broken hamate bone, and he did a terrific job. There's that move by Boyd, a semi-balk move.
I think Acuna has played extremely well. I think anyone in the bullpen has been fantastic without.
Torrens pops one up. Bush will take a look, but that'll be out of play, especially with Sean Manaea on the sidelines. Torrens trying, and David Peterson, guys who've been around here for a few years.
Oh my goodness. Where did they get this guy from?
Torrens stocks one out to left center. Back in the gap goes Suzuki near the wall. Torrens still can't make the catch. Around third is Marte. He'll come in.
High off the wall, but you talk about Torrens on just the left side of his glove, and I don't know if.
And now Luis Angel Acuna, and he takes the first
decision making. Offensively, defensively, it's a great dimension to have.
Often able to cut it down, and I think that don't really concentrate as much on hitting the ball in play with 2 strikes.
Issue, but so far he has been brilliant.
He's been hot, and he hits a comebacker off the glove of Canning, deflects out to Lindor, double clutches and loses the play. And Swanson's got it.
Reading the baseball and getting the hop they want, but when and he double clutches it, and that's why Swanson is safe. You know, getting back to Holmes and Canning, you're talking about gap
for the Cubs. Let's check in with Taylor.
At the time, and they just hit it off. They stayed in touch and have throughout the years. The photo on the right was from Luke on third. Is healthy now and looks up to Justin Turner big time, as you can imagine.
For that young man, and it was great that he got to see him like he has done with this young man, and that's why.
And he takes that first 2 innings, gives up an infield hit and a walk.
That's okay. He's got elite speed as well. Vientos has to be ready.
And Birdie's set to swing. They're still trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a really high level, but it happens to so hard to manage. It was something that
So most afternoon games, it's right field. Strong struck out his first time up.
So he's in his future right now.
Oh, he got off to a pretty good start. It's a 2-0 change. He's on that fastball.